Hi, it's Dr. Odie. I want to do a little more information on each of the four pillars. We started on that. I wanted to give you a little more information, sort of a little dose every week to pique your curiosity, start you learning about really important things that are going to be coming up this summer, fall, when the next viral event will come around. I'm sure we need to make sure that we're as healthy as we can be, and our health, our immune health in particular, really begins in our gut. And so I want to talk a little bit more about that. So I want to start out with the digestion portion of this. Obviously, digestion starts a lot with your diet and your lifestyle as well. So lifestyle, I think we've all heard of parasympathetic versus sympathetic nervous system. So your sympathetic nervous system is your fight or flight. Not a good state to be in when you want to eat, so you don't want to eat while you're standing or driving, bad for your health overall. Want to be in really relaxed, so digest and rest mode, or the parasympathetic nervous system. And being grateful before a meal, I think, is important. So prayer is a good way to be grateful for all the blessings that we have in our lives. And that helps kind of set the stage for you to enjoy your meal, and that's important for digestion. As you're preparing your meal, you're smelling the food that you're preparing, you're enjoying the process, I hope, so that means not driving through McDonald's, right? And then you're going to be getting your gut ready for the food you're going to put in. So your stomach is going to start producing some of the acid. And yes, we need acid in our gut to digest our food. That's why God put it there. And you hear a lot of commercials on TV that said you got to get rid of the acid. Well, we need acid to digest our food and absorb many of the important nutrients. And most Americans actually have a problem with too little acid in their stomach. That's a very simple thought process. You know, if you're 40 or 50 or 60 years old, you have to ask yourself, if nothing in my body works as well now as it did when I was 20, why am I producing more acid at my age now? It just doesn't make any sense unless you're just super stressed all the time, where you'd be producing more acid. So most people actually lack the acid we need to digest appropriately. As we're relaxed and then we put food in, then the next step, and this is all planned out, the next thing that would happen is your gallbladder is going to release some bile into the intestine to help break down some of the fatty foods in the meal. And if you had your gallbladder taken out, or a cholecystectomy as we call that, you lack that reservoir that stores that bile, so we're losing that digestive ability. And then the next step, as the food starts to move out of the stomach into the small intestine, the pancreas will produce digestive enzymes. And many people don't have a sufficient production of enzymes, and so they will need some sort of enzyme support to digest the foods. And so it's very simple. If we kind of skip some of these important steps where we're preparing ourselves to digest the food, then we can't break down the nutrients. And so you may be buying the most expensive supplements, you may be buying the best grass-fed beef, trying to do the best you can with organic fruits and vegetables that you can afford to purchase. But if you can't digest them appropriately, the end result is merely expensive poop, because it's going in here and coming out the other end, and so you're wasting your resources. So really starting to think about this whole complex little house, the first step is really very, very important to break down the food so we can start to absorb the nutrients with that. And that, of course, is then on your way to improve GI health and your optimal health so you can live your best life. So we're going to go on with the elimination of the flora and the integrity in the next segments. So stick with us, and then we're going to have a Facebook Live so we can do a question and answer session, really kind of help people understand this more in depth and really bring it home how we can help you live your best life. So look forward to you in the next video.